What is up, everybody? I'm No Lux Given, and today is actually the start of a new season. I don't know what happened yesterday, just had a brain fart, but we are actually reset now down to 3K, and it's time to climb back up to 4K. I think that not everybody cares as much about rating anymore, hitting Mythic. I'm still gonna probably try to do it each month, just because I like playing Storybook Brawl. And I like when there's a little bit of a challenge associated with it as well. We can start by picking up a Lonely Prince, playing Fallen Angel, which I think was the best hero of the options given, and I guess I'd like to get a win just to mix it up compared to some of the other videos recently. We are going to start by losing some combats. I figured that would happen with the Lonely Prince pickup, but Fallen Angel should be pretty powerful in general. And I suppose here I'll just shrink drink and purchase one of these things. Seems fine. We're probably going to lose again. I could even just abandon the shrink drink and sell off the Lonely Prince to basically just buy the Labyrinth Minotaur. It's not crazy. Could even lock onto the baby dragon, but I'm just gonna roll with this, I think. One thing that I wanted to bring up that I've definitely been noticing a lot recently, and I think was pretty relevant to yesterday's content, but I think that lobbies are a lot faster right now than they've been in the past. And wow, this is a shop, isn't it? Okay, so play here actually just has to be Cindy plus roll the die, but then I think I'm locking. I think that Madman plus Polywoggle is just going to be good enough to lock onto. So let's lock onto that here. I think that's going to be a pretty strong start to the game and is correct to take advantage of. But yeah, as I was kind of getting into, a lot of lobbies I've been noticing have been ending rather quickly recently. Like, it'll be 5.0 and I'll be up 2 XP and half the lobby's already dead by the time you get to 6.0 at this point. And I think that that's mostly just because we've been playing on the same patch for such a long time. By the way, this Merlin's kind of popping off with a 4 glory there. I was going to check what their username was. Ooh, and we get a pair. Okay. Well, I definitely like that. And there's some other interesting stuff. I mean, I'd really like to pick up Vampire right now on the 3.0 turn, so that way they can start slaying. However, I think the math just works out so well to go Madman, Polywoggle, Sugar, and Spice, and the next turn pick up a pair of Vampires. So that's the plan. I think we could also try to slay with the Polywoggle next turn, and it will have the added benefit of +2 attack from having 3 evil characters. Yeah, you know what? I think that this is also pretty good. So let's roll with this, and then I'm going to lock onto Polywoggle here. I think this is just a good use overall of my gold. Maybe didn't have to use the Mad Mim on Vampire, though. Yeah, it's definitely going to help us out a little bit here, and then Sherwood Sure Shot can finish it off. Typically, I think when a new patch comes out, and not a new season, specifically a new patch. Okay. Well, this is all really good. I want to play this. I think I want to play this. And then I even want this, too. So I guess I could... Oh, and I want this. That's right. So I think... Could also just lock the Sugar and Spice. But there's also a reason to just pick up the Sure Shot here, too. And then obviously Black Cat's really good with Mad Mim and with Fallen Angel in general. I think for this turn, this is just what's speaking to me. Don't worry about the good buff. Just play the strongest board while also greeting for the Polywoggle here. I guess we can flip these two as well. Yeah, sorry, a little bit distracted trying to focus on the game as well. Basically, I just think that playing tempo strategies right now is really strong, and there's kind of a few things going on. There's less people playing the game, so the people that are still playing are a lot more competitive and are a lot more familiar with the game. We're also not getting as many new players into it, and this is just the perfect pickup, by the way, the Princess Peep. So now we have to figure out what we want to do with that, because, I mean, yeah, and the answer is just this. Now we could abandon the Sherwood Sure Shot here still, and then play Wicked Witch, which is pretty good. Alright, let's go for this. And then I'll just tick down on Cindy. Okay, well, also players quit. And I don't know if players with nothing on the line, with the fact that it doesn't matter if you get Mythic or not, there's no real reason to climb for 4K, that maybe players are just a little bit more likely to tank their rating and just concede games that are going bad, which I generally, I understand. It's a game. You have to play it for fun, and you have to do what you think is fun. However, I'm not encouraging this practice. I did it once in a Storybook Brawl 99 day, where there was limited time to play, and I wanted to get a good hero while the mode was still active. But otherwise, I think that it can kind of just grief a lobby. Now, this opponent actually had some characters on their board, so it doesn't wind up just making it awkward for the rest of us, though sometimes it does, and that can be just a very weird part of doing that, and kind of, like I said, griefing the rest of the lobby in a way. We'll play some good characters as well as some evil ones. Maybe we even move into this a little bit more. And there's two different pairs that we have. Also don't hate Sporko to go alongside Madman. We could sell off Wicked Witch. So here we sell off Wicked Witch and Sherwood Sure Shot, and then throw in a 4/4 Sporko. There's also something kind of fun about Beauty's influence to make it so that we still have enough good characters. I'm probably not going to make too much use of this, and I should have bought and sold the Golden Chicken. That was a mistake. Shoot. That just was 2 less health on the Hungry Hippocampus for no real reason. Well, shoot. Alright. It's a little bit awkward what I felt like I had to do there, but I think that was right. The Vampire wasn't that big. It was a pair, so it was a little bit annoying to have to break that up because of that mistake, but I felt like the 2 extra health on the Hippocampus was worth it. It didn't actually cost us any gold. It only cost us a potential tier 3 treasure, but we can find other ways to make that up. I am going to Turkish Delight. That's part of playing Fallen Angel, is having some bonus strength to grab some bonus XP, and we're definitely going to do that again as well. The only question here now is what we do from here. I do like the Fairy Godmother. We could also sell this for the Sporko. Puts us in a little bit of an awkward space, but I think we can afford to do this. I think this is a really strong board. Next turn, we will cast the Wish Upon a Star, flipping Cinderella. We'll probably win that, and then we'll be level 6 the following turn. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. 5.0, I feel like in most of my lobbies, I'm generally level 6, and half the lobby's dead. And we'll see if that holds true. And also, we've got a Merlin here that is pretty powerful. They're 6 streaking right now. Don't even know how they lost. I guess they lost like their first combat when they took the Wizard's Familiar, one of those first two, but they very quickly got super strong after that fact. We're going to have a really big hippocampus, and I think that might be enough to carry me with the Wish Upon a Star. I'm hoping that that's going to be enough. Let's find out. I think so, yeah. I mean, we're more than strong enough here, and the hippocampus, it's just going to get stronger. If I find a Sporko, that would be interesting. Ooh, there's a treasure for us too. Crown is tricky because Crown will turn off our black cat. It will... yeah, that'll make everything have 2 less attack. I don't think we want to go Crown. I think we either skip or take the big book of spells, but we're already level 6. So I think I might skip and then like use that to roll for Sporko pair or another hippo or peep triple. It's kind of a crazy skip, but we really want to win this combat this turn. And we could use something like a Cupid to really push us over the top here. So I think that that's a good play. And I think this is what I'm going to roll with. I could see putting in the Sporko as well. No, let's play Fairy Godmother. It's a lot of stats with the peeps. It's just awkward because the sheep, we're going to lose some sheep. We're not going to have room to spawn all of them. But I think we're just rolling with a big hippo, which died. And we actually are going to basically spawn all of our sheep here. So I guess it worked out. Yeah, and then the sheep will help us beat Juliet. So this seems fine, I suppose. Cupid's not actually doing anything here, but it was still definitely worth the gold just to secure the win. And now, like I said, we're level 6. Maybe the lobby isn't fully dead at this point, so I won't proclaim that, but still seems like there's a few people that are almost dead here. And it's 5.0, so we'll see what happens by 6.0. Just debating this Shard of the Ice Queen. It would be on the Fairy Godmother to try to hit Sporko. There's also a Green Knight here. Trees are somewhat reasonable with Fallen Angel. I don't think Nyan Sea Terror is terrible either, but this could be something. Okay, this might be pumpkin time, and we could even go Chupacabra. I'm going to do this to start off with, though. Okay, and I 100% want this. I also somewhat want the Polywoggle. I just can't... I can't grab the Hercules this turn. So I'm going to try to make the Polywoggle work. This is a very weird board where I'm playing a backline pumpkin with no support. But we're going to get the Polywoggle Sleigh. That's the important part there. And when I say backline pumpkin with no support, I mean no frontline good characters. There is still some evil, or frontline evil characters, rather. So the pumpkin's definitely in a little bit of an awkward spot here, and we'll probably take some damage because of that, though we are going to spawn some things off the pumpkin. It's just not going to be enough. Yeah, we don't get the steal there with the Siren, and then we take a decent amount of damage from Merlin. Merlin's hitting people for 15, so not that nice. And now we have another interesting direction here. River Wish Mermaid plus Jormungand. Okay, well, I'm 100% grabbing this. I'd love to... I mean, I could do this. Make Hercules slightly more likely to activate. I think that that's pretty good. I don't think I'm going to pick up River Wish Mermaid, though. Tier 4 treasure. A Boomhilda. There's a good Tier 4 treasure. Krampus's Sleigh, I think, would be decent for us here. Gloves of Thieving, also not bad at this stage of the game. If we Fiercify Hercules, that really doesn't make it any more likely to slay. And then here we have a tree. And another tree. Okay, I'm going to pick up these Doom Breaths. I don't know, there's some interesting things going on. We're going to grab an upgraded monster book. Pumpkin's going to kill itself. That's pretty annoying. But if the Jormungand can slay, I think that's going to give us a decent amount of battle power. I do still think that we lose this one, though, actually. And this Fates player has a pretty good board as well. Crystal Ball, Merlin's Hat, and Treasure Map. So... yeah, I think that we are losing. We're not going to be dead, so that's good. We're only going to take 8 here. But very quickly, this lobby is almost over for us. Now, Hercules is very close to activating. It can activate... oh no, it needs this help. Pumpkin definitely seeming a little bit on the awkward side, though we do get to pair it with Doom Breath here. I locked onto Doom Breath. And I might even just grab the second one as well. We can cut that. So this would be the board that I'm potentially looking at. Again, I do still have to support this Hercules a little bit, which maybe means I don't play double Doom Breath. Just try to buy Medusa here. Okay. This is probably fine. Not super impressive, but if we can survive, grab a tier 6 treasure, steal something else from Horde Dragon. Oh, do I not have the tracker open? Little bit scattered in my commentary, but if we kill Romeo, we're 50-50 to kill Romeo, as long as we get the first attack, and Romeo's Den and Court Wizard's gone, so that's really good. I think that just means we win this combat here. We are going to activate the Hercules, and then Medusa can finish it off. So, what did we steal? We probably stole the Romeo. Oh no, we stole Sleeping Princess. That's fine. And then we also have the chance to grab a tier 7 treasure. And I think that's what I want. We do see there's River Wish Mermaid plus Doom Breath plus Jormungand. Though I think it's just a little bit too slow. Because the lobby, we're almost done with the game, like I said. So I think I take a Pandora's box and try to get into something really good. And that just means I have to survive one more turn right now. Think about something like this. I will definitely Shard of the Ice Queen this, if given the opportunity. I've seen a lot of trees somewhat recently. Okay, this is basically a Shard of the Ice Queen. It gives us an Oni Tyrant. We'll grab this. Hopefully this is enough. It's a little bit weird for sure, though. It's not that strong. Though neither is my opponent's board. They're going to double summon a Juliet, and we're not going to have the stats to take out their Romeo. We do take out some other stuff. Oh, and we take out the Romeo. Oh, that is an incredible scam. All right, well, that's enough to win it. And now we've got a tier 7 treasure. We did greed a little bit, but I think it's fine to get a little bit greedy here and there. Just to actually find a way to win, because this Merlin and this Fates are both popping off right now, and that gives me World Tree. That's exactly what you're looking for with a comp like this. So now my Doom Breaths are monsters. Also, everything is evil and good, and everything is a royal. So that's probably worth picking up. What we'd really love to grab here is likely a good boy. Let's see, Burning Beard. We could just croc bait the pumpkin to give us one more scam. I don't know about that. Okay, another pumpkin and another Doom Breath. Both of these are really good. Okay, I think what we do here is we go Doom Breath, because that's going to be big, and we have to take Ninth Book of Merlin. Okay. And then from here, I like this. Let's sell off this and this. Let's lock onto Pumpkin, and let's hi-ho to give us a little dwarf action here. And you know what? Let's play that. Let's play that. I'm just basically banking on the Doom Breath right now. It's not that great for us, but it is going to cast a spell. I think this is winnable. The whole lobby, that is, I think is potentially winnable here. This is going to cast 3 spells, and we just stole a Wizard's Familiar from my opponent. That just barely gets to survive there, but then we get to take them out right here. So this is reasonable. I think that this is a reasonable board. Now we get to make our back line something like this. We could also grab an Aeon, which is additional spells. The Wizard's Familiar is not that great with Pumpkin. That is something that we do have to consider. But I think it's still good to play because it's going to scale pretty well with everything else we've got going on. I'm just trying to think if I want to throw this Aeon in there, because Aeon we can use to grow Doom Breath right now. I don't think I'm going to throw it on the board, but I could still purchase it and cast Beauty's Influence just to grab a little bit more. But let's roll. Let's try to find a level 6 character, though I'm also kind of interested in just scamming my way to the finish. Now, this opponent has Hat Ball plus Treasure Map, so that's super scary. Let's roll one more time here. Scion of the Storm, not the typical way that you wind up playing this comp. Let's just finish off with a little bit more attack on Doom Breath and hope that this opponent isn't doing anything super crazy. Doom Breath, I don't know if we steal the Aeon there or if we steal the Spellweaver, but either way, I mean, a lot of things are pointing us towards playing mages, especially all of the, especially our Ninth Book of Merlin here. Though, I will say my opponent kind of flubbed on their treasure map. They found a Spear of Achilles, which really is not that strong, nor is it going to, nor is it going to win them the game here. They're going to wind up dying, nor is it a tier 7 treasure. That's what I meant to say. So they didn't even go for a tier 7 and then wound up with a mediocre tier 6, and it's looking like an avenue for us. Now when we cast spells, we give stats to all of our characters, which is pretty cool. Might even just consider playing Aeon here to continue to grow our board. And then here it is, a tier 6 treasure. This could be Exodia out of nowhere, so I think I have to go for it. We could also Masquerade Ball to find more 6s, but we're Exodia. Wow, okay. What a start to the season. I was even, my commentary on this one a little bit earlier was shaky because I was concentrating. And I was like, is this even going to be a good video? But, well, the game decided for us. This is an Exodia game. I think we just ripped this Masquerade Ball. Gives us 2 different looks at tier 6 characters. And that ain't bad, and that ain't bad, huh? This is pretty sweet, though. Let's just grab this. And I think that is good enough. Yeah, I'll roll with this. Each of these things is going to cast multiple spells, and then the pumpkin will just be absolutely insane as long as the pumpkin doesn't get scammed by my opponent's monster books. I think we found the win. Doom Breath is going to 3 for 1. Monster book number 2 is not going to scam, and then our monster book should be enough spells to just finish it off from here. So really, really good stuff. Quite a powerful game. Exodia. Can't really ask for a better start to a season than that. And this is something that's kind of tricky, is I'm always trying to do like crazy things in the game, and I have to balance that with, like you saw yesterday, the whole thing just fell apart. It was very close. I maybe got a little bit greedy. I still have my knighthood as Gwen on level 6. And somebody else had just done really well in the lobby. I think that happened as well in a video on Tuesday, right? So that is going to happen from time to time because the lobbies are a lot more competitive. Though I'm still going to try to do crazy things. I'm always going to go for tier 7 treasures when I can, and sometimes we get to build them into unstoppable boards like this one. Wasn't really playing for it, but definitely happy to have that all come to fruition here. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Luck's Given. Peace.